Alright guys, let's be honest. Weekly is a little bit of a generous term when it comes to these videos that I do here. I do try to do this weekly, but I find it very easy to get caught up and swept away in normal day-to-day life, catching up with friends, planning a wedding, and reading other things and television shows. My current interests, my current things I'm diving into other than comics today is I'm on book 1 of the Fitz and the Fool trilogy by Robin Hobb, Fool's Assassin. It's a fantastic book this far. I started it on Monday. I'm really digging it, but you probably should read her other series prior to this because you won't appreciate this nearly as much as you should if you jump in here. My fiance and I have also been watching season 2 of Legend of Korra. We're almost finished and it's awesome. But for what we really come here to talk about, comics, you know? So first up this week I have Birthright. Ooh, that was a terrible face. Birthright number 9. As you guys know, I love this book. This is just fantastic, very cool, well written. You get all sorts of crazy stuff. You get evil hillbillies, you get, you know, flying winged people. There's really no way to predict what's going to happen, and it's just a really cool, rich fantasy world that they've created. And you're getting to learn a little bit more about our character Mikey and Tyrannos. Tyrannos sounds like a dinosaur. Tyrannos, I'm going to say, is the name. But it's great, the other planet that he's on. Not by any means have we learned all of the mysteries, but we're starting to see other little areas on the map and starting to check out some of that really cool, interesting world that those two men are creating for us. And then we have a new number 1 this week. I should mention, this is a really light week. I only have 5 things. I've been slacking a little bit on some reading, so I've been falling behind on a few things. Sons of the Devil number 3 did come out today, and I did want to read it, but I can't find number 2, and I need to read that first. So as soon as I find that, I will get on that. Shame on me. Shame. Anyway, sorry. The new number 1 I was going to talk about. One of 2 this week. This is Power Up. This is delightful is what it is. It's from Boom, which I've been really enjoying the stuff coming out of this Boombox Studios. Pretty much everything I've read I've loved. This is by Kate Leth and Matt Cummings. I like Kate Leth, and I really like his art. It's very fun. So this book is about a pet store clerk, a construction worker, a mom, and a goldfish getting superpowers. Because yeah. And it's charming, it's delightful, there's evil, and there's general day-to-day stress of terrible bosses, and, you know, all sorts of fun stuff. It's very fun. I was really charmed by it, and I'm really looking forward to number 2. So, yay. And on the different end of the cheeriness spectrum, I suppose, Fight Club! Fight Club 2, number 3. So I recently rewatched Fight Club, partially in anticipation of this, and partially because I haven't seen Fight Club in years. I only seen it once, and it was like early mid-teenage years, so I desperately needed a rewatch, and I'm glad that I did. However, I do need to read the book because it is very clear, and it has been said that this is based on the book interpretation. As you can tell, the characters are depicted differently and stuff, which is cool. It's definitely written by Chuck Palahniuk. He has a very distinct style of writing, and you can see it come through even in comic book form. There's a little bit of meta break, maybe, I don't know. At some point, somebody says Mr. Palahniuk on the phone, and I wonder what that's about. I don't think that's a spoiler, but if it is later on, I apologize. But yeah, so it's very cool. The rise or die, the mayhem is getting bigger and crazier and more out of control than ever, so let's see how far they can take that. And of the 5 comics, another number 1 that I'm also very excited about. This is called Wolf. It's from Image. It's written by Alice Cott, art by Matt Taylor. I'm actually not sure how big it is, but it's giant. Of course, they don't have numbered pages. I don't even know what I'm looking for here. This book is thick as hail. It is $4.99, but it is a great $4.99. The art is absolutely fantastic. It's a very the story this is a city of humans and supernaturals, people who somewhat live alongside, but it seems there's some animosity and stuff like that. This focuses on the character Wolf. He's an investigator. He does have supernatural powers, but the extent of them and the exact nature of them hasn't quite been revealed. He, hears voices and stuff, and he is sent to go investigate a murder, and it's a little strange. It's very cool, and I'm really, really excited about that book, and I highly recommend it if you're looking for a strange fantasy, I guess urban fantasy jaunt with some cool art. And then lastly, we are Robin #2. So I read #1. It was cool. Basic premise of this, for those of you who haven't picked up #1, on the mean streets of Gotham, a ragtag team of teen vigilantes have, banded together. In issue 2, it's becoming not apparent, but it is made known that these teens were somehow brought together by a mysterious benefactor, I guess. Everyone assumes it's Batman. But this character, the main character here, Duke, isn't quite so sure, so we're not sure who brought these teens together or who's texting them and giving them directions, but I imagine it's going to be an important part later on. So yeah, very cool series, very different, nothing I've seen, I haven't seen DC do this before, so it's a new thing. But yeah, that is it for me this week. I know, it's crazy, I'm already out of stuff. So yeah. I haven't seen Ant-Man yet, so I'm really excited. I'm going to go see that this weekend. It's going to be great, so don't say anything. I get spoiled on movies all the time, or at least I used to. I don't work at the shop anymore, so I don't have that terrible thing where the next day, if you hadn't seen it, the midnight premiere, people be like, oh, wasn't it crazy when Superman did this? And you're like, no, I hadn't seen it yet. Seriously. That's why I respect spoilers. I like to enjoy things. I don't like to have the ending ruined and then be like, oh yeah, this is probably the part when this is gonna happen, so and so. Anyway, that was just my useless ramble. Go see Ant-Man or go see another movie, but don't spoil it for anyone else who wants to see it. Yes. Have a good night. Enjoy some good comics. If you read anything cool that I've missed, let me know. Alright, take it easy.